will say this. For the teams that are stepping this year, congratulations. But I'm going to be honest with you. The teams that had to stop stepping because of COVID, when they come back out, those kids are going to wipe the floor with everyone.
It's a brand new dance called the party hot. She can do it, he can do it, do the party hot. It's something like a dance, but it's called the party hot. A party ain't a party till you start the party hot. Everybody, slide to your left, move back twice, slide to your right, move it up a step.
Welcome to another edition of The Step Exchange. I am Coach B, coming to you loud, live, and will remain in color from Step headquarters. And everything you need to know, want to know, and must know about the Step world is going to come from me because I always got something to say. All right, we are back with another performance reaction. Back again, performance reaction, cause we can. All right, bars, you know, I got a little something, but not really. Not at all. Zero. But we are back with some performance reactions, and tonight, to help me go through these performance reactions, we have two coaches. One is from New York City. We have Coach Khalil. Y'all, last time I was calling him Coach Khalil, and he didn't even correct me. He said that was okay. So that Coach
Coronavirus.
Coach Khalil from Steppers in Command, y'all, he set my DMs on fire. Remember this? Take a look.
The whole routine is a production. I didn't know I was coming to like a musical play. I thought I was coming to watch a step show.
And also from Georgia, by way of Chicago, we have Coach Victor. I know y'all remember this.
Do one competition every year and be like, hey, we got it. You know, we're the best. Well, baby,
Right.
yeah, because that's all you do. Like, if I take the same spelling test over and over again, eventually I'm going to be the valedictorian.
Come on. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. It is time for performance reactions. Hit it. All right, here we go. All right. I gotta bring y'all in. Right, a whole video. Right. All right, everyone. You see, we got the both of them here. All right. You see Coach Khalil with the Q at the end of his name, not an L. Got his glasses on over here. And Coach Victor, he's a Sigma, and all he wears is blue. All right. Nothing, no other
This
color.
is my
Just
school
blue.
sweater, okay?
Oh, well, see, you work at a school with blue.
See?
I love it. All right, here we go. First up, we have Lady Raiders. Take a look.
Part of the woods with the gray and the little red riding hoods. She trained them in the arts of step. Day and night they practiced and had to prep. Because every so often, sneaky moves lady to get close to Granny and steal the secrets they held dear. To protect the legacy of step, they knew just what to do. There was a moment of silence.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Before the step even started, I was like, okay, they about to win this because that opening to me was everything.
It sure was.
Yep.
Sure was.
Just
I was going to say, that was definitely an example of an arm sequence gone right. This is where I want to see you give me visuals. This is where I want to see you give me arms. This is where I want to see all of the pictures. Here we go.
Come on! Let me stop that right there. See that right? They could leave. That right there, I would have been. If I was they could just walk off. That would have been a good time to say, and that's our show. Snap and leave. I'd be like, bruh.
Okay, and honestly speaking, that one of my girls, the girl on my team who does that, she was inspired to do that. She's like, I don't care, we have to add that into the routine. And I was like, okay, well, you do that. And I'm gonna give shout out to Lady Raiders for setting that bar with that.
Yeah. That's what's up. Oh yeah, that one part just makes just leave. I'd be like, all right, y'all. That's it. And just walk off. You know what I'm saying? I loved it.
Now the thing I said, I think I liked here, and again, it definitely gave us the ode to old school. And again, the difference. So we gave you arms in the beginning, but That's beats. That's what I meant. This is what I want to see. I heard a sound, like it sounded like music.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we should be getting from these steps. They gave you the chance. And I think that's what I said when you have to look at being true to styles that do, because this is them. So they were able to give you cheerleader on the chant and then bust out into that bump, like that. Yes. Okay.
That's it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
What do you do when the wolves are all bark and no bite?
We show them who runs this show.
I love it. And those, you know, I love when the girls do that. I call it the AKA hands. I love that. I love it. Any team that does that, I just think that's just seeing the high school girls and middle school girls. I don't want to see no college team do that, but I love to see
I think when they came into their own was when they're like, this is our brand.
Mm-hmm.
This is us. This is what we're going to give you. We do this well.
We can't let our guard down, though. We must keep training.
Something I'm tired of seeing in 2022. If it's not my niece or nephew, I don't want to see you standing on there stepping slow for 30 minutes. This makes sense though, because as this child, so they're giving these children their shine, but they're telling you the story. And everything about Little Red Riding Hood dealt with it, tied back into stepping. They gave you just enough, what big teeth you have, things that you can remember, but it all tied back into the step show. We didn't have to know Little Red Riding Hood was from Norway and her cousin left her on Tuesday and she was 25 and a Jamaican patty.
Come on, Jamaican patty.
That was the same year TBS did
Powder Puff
Girls, but I was just like, but then when TBS had that little mistake because their clogs were slipping and sliding.
They're slipping. Khalid, I love you. That's what I said. I said it because I saw the same thing and I was like, oh, TBS. And then when they were doing the little turn thing and they kept sliding, I said, Lady Ray's just won. They just won.
But see, that's when we talk about the caliber of a nationals, though. That's where the level of competition should be. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm so happy to hear y'all say that. Like that's what makes nationals exciting. Like, ooh, her armband fell off. Like it's a 10th of a point. Like nobody should be coming whooping nobody at a national competition by 40 points. I mean, like, why? Like at that point, I mean, why spend all that money? Why put all that and that's the level of step. And again, whether it's theme heavy, transition heavy, chant heavy, that's where I want to see our sport or our art form go back to. Like you said, I was watching this on YouTube, like, oh my God, like you said, that I remember that when that slide, the bear, what do you call it? The wheelbarrow.
The wheelbarrow, yeah.
It slipped an inch, and every step, I guarantee you, every step coach collectively went,
because I did. I did. I was like,
I'm so glad to hear y'all say that because I have analyzed this show like, that was it.
And see, and that's why, and go back to nationals last year. To go back, let me bring it to the big screen, back to the screen, and to go back.
In retrospect, somewhat of retrospect, I don't know the team that took second and third, but where I would say, Royal Diamonds messed up at was because their entire thing was dark. You couldn't really see it.
Right.
That was the only thing that took it.
That lighting, yeah. That lighting, I
That
agree.
lighting was, and he should have stopped. Right. I think he should have stopped him.
It's supposed to be an effect, but I'm like, if you can like, if you hear it, like you would kind of hear my voice and be like, turn the light up.
That was you. I heard that. That was you. Okay, I heard that.
Me, had I been on that table, I, as a judge, would have said, these babies, I can't see them. I cannot put anything, so we can pause or whatever you want to do, but I'm not going to put anything on this score sheet and these babies can't see.
I was watching it online and I was like, maybe my phone, because I got this Android, maybe it's just my phone. So I stopped. I was like, it just must be my phone. And then a parent called me, was like, Royal Diamond's lights was off the whole time. I was like, oh, that was for real? Like, and nobody stopped it? That's I was like, I would have stopped.
Listen, of course they wasn't gonna stop it.
No. Next up, we have Legato. Now I like these boys. I really enjoy these boys.
I love them.
Yes, I am a brother's keeper. It's a place to step out. We run that that go, smooth and connected, and you know it's so cold. Let's go. It's time to breathe up.
Let me stop right there. I want to step on this team, like literally.
Now that brought back some probate memories. They could put folks on folks' shoulders, honey. Listen,
Come on.
we back.
I mean, and Khalik, you were there live with this. Like, how?
When I saw them, because I've never seen them in person, so it was like
Mhm.
when I actually saw them and I see like the way they came out, and I was just like, yeah, they got. I'm like, I don't care. They better be in the top 3. But when they did the results, I was just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Did
not
they
like,
finish top 3 last year?
No, they didn't get the top 3.
they took 5th.
5th, and this is
Oh,
to me.
because boys and co-ed was combined.
It was just all boys.
The all boys, they took 5th.
No, I mean, but this is to me from the backdrop to everything. That is a national. To me, that is the epitome of a national show.
With the fundamentals of Step still there. So here's the whole production you want, right? Everything that you keep hitting teams that Step. Why y'all keep hating on these New York teams? Because they stepping. These children will give you everything they want.
Wait. Say that again, because I want you to.
I'm sorry. That transition right there. There's your 10 in originality, because you've given me this whole story in that it's a man's world. That, what was that, 16 counts?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They literally turned around, grabbed each other. I mean, went through a ripple, turned around, grabbed each other's backs, and you got the whole theme of the show. That's there we go. That's it.
And the music selection just
that's what I'm saying. And that part of it. So the cut of the music and the song and the piece that you used. Go ahead.
Khalik, you were there live, sir. I mean,
I was when I saw that, I stood up. I was like the entire time for the entire show, like I was like in the back, but like I stood up when I heard that song, and I was just like, yo, this really fits perfectly with their theme.
I mean, and it did everything from the wake up to the chains, break every chain, to the wall. Remember that wall that y'all 45th president was talking about? And I think that's what the run off the back was. You know,
I don't think we had one.
I think we went from 44 right to 46.
44
I'm
to
just
46.
saying. Yeah, we count by twos. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. It's time to bring that up. Keep beating. It's time to bring that up. Keep beating.
a good beat because the crowd is clapping, even though they kind of get a beat. The crowd is clapping.
The crowd is different. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
boom. Yeah.
boom.
Woo. You see, I'm going ham right now, right? Yep.
Child.
When I saw them do that, I was just like, yeah, y'all giving whoever everybody assumed everybody knew was gonna be like the top two.
Right.
You giving them a run for their money.
I counted 4 parts right there. Am I by myself?
4.
So first of all, I need some more homecoming championships. So I just want to give the open invitation to the men of Legato. If anyone happens to be interested in Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, please email Coach Hicks. We'll make some things happen because I need this.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think they legacy with Alpha's here because I think Alpha's coach their team. So you might gotta.
They have not. You know what? Because their coach is a AK, the woman, the advisor. But see, it's weird. So I don't know. I mean, the thing that I love about them is that, to me, it's finally a continuation of what you're seeing with the Latino fraternities and sororities as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I think that's important because now they have But the one thing I would give this team over many others is that they are always respectful of their roots. Like,
they are.
My very first time seeing them in in Atlanta, was at that other nationals is here. And they did a HBCU theme. And so each of them had on different HBCU t-shirts. That was the first year I've ever seen Legato. And the whole show centered around how this was the center of STEP. This is where it came from. This is why HBCUs were. And Coach Hicks, that's all I had.
No, I'm about to say, I know you were just loving every second of this.
But I just thought that was such a great decision on the part of their coach to say, and I think that's why these boys step with such conviction, because they understand it's not just about us. Like, there's a deeper history to all of this that we do. You know what I'm saying? So they I feel like that get that feeling from them.
Mm-hmm.
Super Session concept, relax, and one up, shut the show down.
Say this right here, the boy in the ponytail, the big guy, he is representing for us big guys. When I tell you, come on, sir, man, I'm watching him the most. Like, he is, y'all. I love this team. Like, I can't. And I'm
such a good job with them, though. They are.
Yes.
We ain't finished yet.
I'm about to cry. All right, what? Because that was funny.
This is what I'm saying. What's wrong with stepping? Like, that's what's wrong. Because if we're still talking about, well, you did, 9 levels of like that whole, and again, you cannot judge children and be ignorant of the fact that you're judging children. So if that's not what we're looking for, then I question the sport. Now I start to question the critique. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so Coach Khalik, from the video that you were on, some people didn't like any of your comments, especially the ones where you talked about the putting on a production and it's more of a production than it is a step show. All right. Do you have anything to say before I ask you this next question? Anything to say to anybody who may have been upset by your comments?
I said what I said, and how you can see it, that's not my problem. But
you have judges that don't know what they're talking about. You got to focus on mess, and that's what it is. So you have these, because they cannot judge a step show because they've never stepped, they've never choreographed, they've never done anything. So they're like, well, I want to talk about voice. I want to talk about why y'all didn't tell me the story. None of that in 1914, when these folks started doing what they were doing, if that was the year, nobody cared about a theme. The Deltas put on a red shirt and a white pants. The AKAs put on a pink shirt and green skirt. The Zetas put on a blue shirt and white pants, and you stepped. None of that matters. None of that matters. And anybody that will sit here and say, well, I like a theme and because you don't know how to step.
Oh.
I feel like too many.
I'm sorry. I have no time. I don't want to spend none of my practice sitting here talking about Red Riding Hood and Snow White and Lisa Bray. Step.
Not Lisa. You said Lisa Ray.
I've seen it all. That's because we're so tied to this theme mess.
Yes.
You have these shows that make no sense.
Absolutely not.
You so worried about playing this role. I mean, you got people playing Dorothy's auntie in Kansas. I don't care about that mess.
Exactly. And that's why I always say, like, shout out to Royal Vision, because every year that they throw their show, they say the name of their show is Back to Basics. They don't want no theme. You come in with a t-shirt, whatever you wear on your
That was Illinois' first show. When Illinois had a step league, that was our first show. And the way that you got to be a part of our state league was we called it the yard show. No music, no lights, put on a t-shirt and blue jeans. Let's step.
I mean, and I like a theme, like the way Legato did that theme. I like a theme like that because it told a story, but it was still stepping the whole time. But I get, because some things, like a lot, they do. I'm like, why do we got to know the whole entire movie? Like, I understand. You know, this is set it off. We know Queen Latifah. So why do we have to? I've seen the movie. So do you have to put that whole scene from her driving in the car all the way to where Frankie says, "What's the procedure?" Do we got to see that whole? Yeah. So I get it.
Like, we're not trying out to be a part of the school musical here. Okay.
Right. That's theater. But that exactly, Coach. But that's what I loved about the Lady Raiders transition into that 3-part, because it was like, what big teeth you have. So a very clear, but then that also played, because when the girl said, what paw prints you have, she started a step. Boom, boom, boom. What big teeth you have. Boom, doom.
Right.
So a very clear, like, oh, I'm looking at Little Red Riding Hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm not like, and we are in the forests of the Scandinavian, and this is a snowy tundra, and the antelope are walking amongst the plains. It's like,
y'all have a good day.
If they played in your face the first time, because again, you can't go defend what wasn't handled correctly in the first place.
Right.
You know
there's 20,000 national shows for step, and you go to cheer, they have that one, they're one big one and stuff like that. Dance, of course, depends on the thing, but we got 25 national champions. So
and I say that, and which is true, we do have that amount, but then it's just like, how many you want to go around, and like I've seen teams do it, and Chaotic did it that year. Amazing that they snatched 3 national champion titles. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I like about the coach was the fact that he never, and I don't see that about him. He didn't never want to get big-headed, cocky about it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, right.
It was just like, and he stuck to his lane or whatever the situation, that he's still sticking to the lane that he's doing. And I'm like, this is what it's really about, because some of y'all win a little chance. Oh, I don't care about that. Mm-mm. I don't, because is that trophy, is something gonna follow you? Is it gonna make you money?
No,
if it's not money, baby, it can stay right where it's at. They can keep it going here.
Hello, listen, if it ain't paying Georgia Power,
okay, ours is Duke Energy. And the thing about, go ahead.
If it ain't paying my Sallie Mae bills, my student loan, hello, I don't need it.
You know something? You know how everybody was saying, not everybody, people were coming out and they were saying racial things. And if they said racial things, they would get shut down. I need somebody from Sallie Mae to come out and say something racial, so we can shut Sallie Mae down.
Shut Sallie Mae down. Look, I'm gonna go give me a blonde wig child and go in there and be like, I can't stand them. I hate her.
We'll say this. Let's go back to Jafars. He and I've told him this before. I think I have, but if I haven't, I will. A prime example of winning 3 national shows and then coming the next year and getting second and second. And so that's why he never gets a big head, because he knows all this can change in 2 months. And he saw firsthand that it did. They judged Chaotic that following year harder than I think they judge any other team, because I'm watching shows and I'm just like, how in the name are y'all looking at this and they're judging them extremely hard because of that win. And
these coaches that's just doing it, I would want y'all to really stop looking at the teams that's actually like winning. That's like actually winning national championships. It's granted that it's kudos to them, but stop thinking that you got to look at them and be like,
oh, say it again. Say it again, coach.
Say it one more time.
Stop looking at them and making it seem like, oh, because they did this, I'm going to go over and do this. No, stick to your guy. That's why I say, me personally.
Do you even better? Do you even better?
I'm going to do it. Somebody going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like it, I like it. This is the best that I could do.
But that's what I say. Like, I think the danger of, it's like the 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Because, like you said, it was like, okay, we went from, and I'll definitely take the boys' cat, because I think that's where you saw the biggest shift.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what Richard and his boys do works for them. Richard's also, his background is in cheerleading. So me as a cheer coach, I can give you arms. Like, that's what I see. So, like, I have to almost kind of be careful when I choreograph to say, ooh, it's a little cheerleading. Like, it's a whole, because that's how I see things. So I see the arms, I see the levels. Like, you got to kind of think outside of that box. If you're not a cheerleading coach, so take a GOV. Their thing is power.
Right.
So you have a coach who can coach power steps.
Mm-hmm.
Where the line starts to get great is like, that would almost be like saying, well, okay, the football coach is like, well, the cheerleading team won nationals last year. So now we're going to get on the football field and start lifting each other up and tossing each other in the air instead of catching the football, because we didn't win state and the cheerleaders did. So let's switch. You know,
mix it apples and oranges and it don't mix.
We'll say this. For the teams that are stepping this year, congratulations. But I'm going to be honest with you. The teams that had to stop stepping because of COVID, when they come back out, those kids are going to wipe the floor with everyone, because you can't pull back a bow and arrow but so far. And when the bow and arrow is pulled back so far and it's let go, those kids who have to stop because of COVID, I love every team. Everyone's going to start to see a shift in the winners, because the kids that can't step right now, they're going to come out and they're going to be ready, and it's going to be on and popping. Yeah. Mark my words. Mark my words.
To be quite frank with you, Coach Benson, I agree with what you're saying, that teams that have been not doing anything through this whole pandemic, when it's actually the goal to come back, yes, of course, they are going to slay the competition in those teams that's competing now. The only thing that I would really like to see is new material. Thanks.
That's it. That's all I'm asking, because it's no way that I've only seen you on YouTube and stuff of that nature, and I can do your steps. But
I'm gonna put these glasses on because I'm trying to walk closer with the Lord, and I want Jesus to know that I'm blocking all of this out.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I want to see. It's no shade. It's nothing.
Rick, I'm putting you on our group text. We're gonna start having conversations, because I feel like
Thank you, Khalik. Now my DM, I'm forwarding every DM to you. Steppers in Command LLC on Instagram. Don't send me no DMs.
Listen, you gotta be.
So we're going to create these situations and put this like, oh, it's safe. It's safe. Because again, I remember when I was a 21-year-old coach, I did things a lot differently than I did clearly with the wisdom of being a 900-year-old coach now. Like, I love you, but right now, is it really about y'all getting the opportunity to, because this is your, again, like, it's our world. It's definitely the world of a 21, 22-year-old coach, because that's really all you got to do. I mean, so, but like you said, you start to address, and that's what I just felt is so much Like all the reasons I've been given for that being a thing, none of them. Well, and our title and this, I'm like, y'all, we pledge 100-year-old organizations. Like, if we didn't have a homecoming show, like that is the epitome of Greek life at Clark Atlanta and HBCU, all the things, right? Black HBCU step show. It wasn't safe. It wasn't safe.
I'm nervous. Yeah.
Come back and defended our title. It wasn't safe. It's not safe right now as big you step NSA, USA, BSA, whatever. It's not safe.
It's not.
So see, you can't tell me, well, I coach this team because I want to help underprivileged Black youth. So you also understand they generally don't have the medical care, right? They don't have access to the best doctors.
Oh.
So when you put this child into that position, because I can preach on this for a while.
No, because you're right. I never thought about it like that until just now.
Like, so you sit here, you get all this funding talking about, and Black boys, and I'm helping pro-Black kids. And then you also know their mama got to take them to the Minute Clinic to go take care of a virus that's killing Black and brown people. So stop talking all this, and I'm doing this, and my baby, my kids, and child, don't get look.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. When this been, and like I didn't go into, like, I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but there's been steppers that have COVID recently. There's been coaches that have been COVID recently. Coach, we all know. It's like, y'all, we got.
I'm telling you, it's getting around because, like I said, my principal check, and like I said, I don't know what or how. And again, this branch of Psi Phi Beta ain't really even been competitive. He just say, hey, coach, I want you to understand my expectation for this situation.
Right.
Like, and I don't know if just, because again, we had a kid and he's not even in step. He's doing the whole majorette world, but it was a COVID case. And like they said, he was like, hey, I just want you to know, if you do anything, bro, like the school does not have your back.
Right.
There is no way that we can. And that's what I'm saying to these little 21, 22-year-old coaches. Like, it's real cute that y'all gathering these kids in the name of STEP. But if you don't have a insurance plan, I'm this person played that cousin and this they mama love, because they love you till that child gets sick.
We just said that until you got on. Yep.
It takes one the pastor white say, hey, you know what? You should sue them.
Yep. Yep.
You will, honey, there will be, you could be 10-time national championship and your name will be wiped up off this map like you ain't never seen. I've seen cheerleading. I've seen, coach, I love you. Drop that baby out that pyramid. That baby broke her arm.
Right. No, you're right though.
It's a pandemic. It makes no sense. None. Like.
Right. Look. Well, let me do my closing part real quick because well, thank you for watching this edition of the Step Exchange. I am Coach B. You have Coach Khalid and you have Coach Victor live from Step headquarters. Everything you need to know, want to know, and must know about the Step world is going to come from me, and apparently them too.